software assurance terms must be consecutive. They must follow one after another. You may be given an excuse and get it in writing to renew a bit later. The bigger you are, the bigger your enterprise is, the window could be widened. I've never seen it more than 90 days, but to be honest, normally it's inside 30 days anyway. If it lapses, basically, there's no reinstatement. You can't pay back like with IBM or Oracle. You have to buy it again. You have to start from scratch. These licenses are gone. I mean, you have the perpetual rights if that was a perpetual license with the SA, but you may not reinstate the SA. Renewal management is very important. I would always advise, just to avoid future headaches and to reduce hidden costs behind management and trying to understand what's going on, because your operational costs will be much higher if you always allow your software assurance to lapse by 1 or 2 days, and then you kind of go to Microsoft, ask for an excuse, they allow you those excuses. A Microsoft licensing statement is a set of records from Microsoft databases that represents all your transactions, except for MPSA. There's a reason why MPSA doesn't see it on that particular list. You can ask Microsoft to add MPSA transactions to the MLS. So all the large agreements like Open Value, Enterprise Agreement, Select Plus, all those transactions will be in the Microsoft licensing statement. And then for everything except MPSA, Microsoft MLS calculates your license summary. I, myself, never trust that summary because people allow SA to lapse, or they have any other bespoke arrangements with Microsoft. No bespoke arrangements will ever be reflected in the MLS. What the logic behind MLS does, the very simple business logic. If it sees there are consecutive SA periods for the same agreement, same type of agreement, if it sees clear continuation of SA, it will then calculate the summary properly. If there's a gap, if there was an early termination, if there was anything extraordinary, non-standard, the summary will not be valid. In my experience, in 95% of MLSs I've seen, the summary is invalid. You may have an excuse why you forgot to renew on the designated date. I'm not saying your licenses are not valid. If you have a written excuse, keep it, because it's not going to be in the MLS summary. And then every time you have a review, internal, external audit, soft touch audit, you ask a partner, come to you and assess your licensing, we'll spend more time. And internally, if that's your internal resource, you'll spend more on that internal resource just to sort out those inconsistencies in Microsoft licensing statement. In addition to just costs of dealing with late SA renewal, you'll get those operational costs piling up. We'll transition to the cloud one day. Some of these headaches will go away, but how many years will we still be using on-premises licenses, legacy on-premises licenses in our data centers? I was giving it about 15 years. Now with the rapid transition because of COVID, it's sped up. We'll still have to deal with the legacy licenses. Whatever sales people tell us, everybody needs to transition to new licensing models. Microsoft Customer Agreement, CSP. Nobody takes your legacy licenses from you. And nobody takes that history from you. If you intended to always renew SA and you bought your base licenses sometimes long ago, you need to understand how that history evolved, how that relationship evolved. That's going to be in the Microsoft licensing statement, and there'll be probably consecutive SA renewals. I've seen in some cases something was bought in 2000 and then renewed and renewed and renewed and renewed. Keep an eye on your SA. That's the bottom line. Keep a very close eye on your SA. Manage your renewals. Have a renewal management process. Have a renewal calendar. Renewal management is very important.